Deadliest snipers of all time. The silent and deadly. Their prowess thrives on the fringes of conflict. With their accurate shots, they sow fear among enemy ranks. The role of a sniper in combat takes on a life of its own. Snipers are a special breed, warriors with a combination of shooting skill, cunning, and patience. Military history has shown that a single sniper in the right place at the right time can change the course of a battle, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Today, we put together 10 of the deadliest snipers of all time. 10. Chuck Mawhinney, 103 kills. Meet Charles Benjamin Chuck Mawhinney, a true American hero and former United States Marine who made his mark during the Vietnam War. Chuck's story is one of remarkable skill and unflinching dedication to his duty as a sniper. He served in the military for 16 months during a tumultuous time in history, leaving an indelible mark on the Marine Corps record books. Chuck Mawhinney's journey into the Marines was inspired by his father, a Marine Corps veteran from World War II. Fresh out of high school in 1967, Chuck answered the call to serve his country. Little did he know that he would go on to become one of the most renowned snipers in military history. After completing his training at Scout Sniper School in Camp Pendleton, Chuck was assigned to the 1st Battalion, 5th Marines, 1st Marine Division in South Vietnam. Later, he found himself in the HQ Scout Sniper Platoon, where he truly began to make his mark. Chuck worked closely with various military units and even lent his expertise to local police forces. In Vietnam, Chuck's prowess with a rifle became the stuff of legend. In one extraordinary encounter, he was credited with single-handedly eliminating an entire enemy platoon, a staggering 16 enemy soldiers, in one sitting. Chuck understood the gravity of his work and believed that his actions on the battlefield saved countless American lives. However, the toll of combat is heavy, and Chuck was eventually declared combat fatigued by a chaplain. He was transferred back to the United States, where he continued to serve as a marksmanship instructor at Camp Pendleton, his former base. In 1970, Chuck bid farewell to the Marine Corps and embarked on a new chapter in his life, working with the U.S. Forest Service until retirement. Remarkably, Chuck Mawhinney was a man of few words, even when it came to discussing his achievements. He chose to keep the stories of his time in the Marines to himself, not even sharing them with his closest family and friends, including his wife. It wasn't until 1991 that the world learned of Chuck's incredible feats, thanks to fellow sniper Joseph Ward, who documented Chuck's experiences in his book, Dear Mom, A Sniper's Vietnam. Official recognition finally came from the Marine Corps after extensive documentation confirmed Chuck Mawhinney's 103 confirmed kills during the war, an unparalleled achievement in Marine history. 9. Adelbert Waldron, 109 kills. Adelbert F. Burt Waldron III, a former United States Army sniper, left an indelible mark on history with his incredible service during the Vietnam War. But his journey to becoming a legendary marksman had an intriguing beginning. Before donning the Army uniform, Waldron spent an impressive 12 years in the United States Navy. His military career then took a new direction as he transitioned to the Army, where he was assigned to PBR boats for patrols in the challenging terrain of the Mekong Delta in Vietnam. Little did anyone know that in less than 8 months, Waldron would achieve an astonishing 109 confirmed enemy kills. One of the most awe-inspiring accounts of his skill is a story of Waldron taking down an enemy soldier from a moving boat at a jaw-dropping distance of over 900 yards. Such feats of marksmanship were a testament to his unwavering dedication and unflinching bravery. Waldron's valor did not go unnoticed. In recognition of his exceptional service, he was awarded the prestigious Distinguished Service Cross not once but twice, in addition to a Silver Star, 3 Bronze Stars, and a Presidential Unit Citation. After leaving the harrowing battlegrounds of Vietnam, Waldron's path led him to Fort Benning, Georgia, where he took on the role of a marksmanship instructor for the Army. However, his time in Georgia was relatively short-lived, as he made the tough decision to leave the Army in 1970, having reached the rank of Staff Sergeant. Adelbert Waldron passed away on October 18, 1995, at the age of 62, leaving behind a legacy of unparalleled marksmanship and unwavering dedication to his country. His final resting place is at Riverside National Cemetery in Riverside, California. 8. Henry Norwest, 115 kills. Henry Norwest, famously known as Ducky, was a Canadian sniper whose remarkable feats in World War I left an enduring mark on history. Born May 1, 1884, in Fort Saskatchewan, Alberta, Norwest's journey to becoming a war hero had some unexpected twists. Before venturing into the battlefield, Norwest's life was diverse. He worked as a ranch hand, showcased his skills as a rodeo performer, and even served in the Royal Northwest Mounted Police. In 1915, he decided to take on a new challenge and joined the Canadian Army. Though his military career got off to a rocky start, with a discharge due to misbehavior just 3 months in, Norwest's dedication to the cause was unwavering. He made a determined return, re-enlisting under a different name and finding his place in the 50th Canadian Infantry Battalion. In less than 3 years, Norwest achieved an astonishing 115 confirmed kills. Norwest's exceptional talents were particularly evident in his mastery of stealth tactics and camouflage. These skills often led him on perilous reconnaissance missions deep into the heart of no man's land. His valor during the Battle of Vimy Ridge earned him the Military Medal and Bar, a testament to his unwavering courage and resourcefulness. However, despite his remarkable abilities and dedication to his comrades, Norwest would not witness the end of the First World War. Tragically, just 3 months before the cessation of hostilities, Norwest was spotted by a German sniper and fell victim to an enemy bullet on August 18, 1918. He never had the chance to return fire. Henry Norwest found his final resting place in the Warvillers Churchyard Extension Cemetery in Warvillers, Somme, France. Today, his legacy endures, with his iconic Ross rifle on display at the King's Own Calgary Regiment Museum in Calgary. 7. Chris Kyle, 160 kills. Christopher Scott Kyle, a true American hero, was a United States Navy SEAL sniper whose remarkable journey began in the heart of Texas. Born on April 8, 1974, in Odessa, Texas, to Wayne and Debbie Lynn Kyle, he would go on to etch his name in military history. Before donning the uniform, Kyle's life was nothing short of an adventure. He experienced life as a farmer, tested his mettle as a professional rodeo rider, and honed his skills as a ranch hand. Fate, however, had other plans for him, and a career-ending injury during his rodeo days led him to a new calling, United States Navy. After undergoing surgery to repair his injured arm, Kyle received an invitation to the prestigious BUDS, Basic Underwater Demolition SEAL Training in Coronado, California in 1999. His journey as a Navy SEAL had begun, and it was destined to be extraordinary. Kyle found his place in SEAL Team 3's sniper element, and soon he was in the thick of intense action on the battlefields of Iraq. Over 4 tours of duty, Chris Kyle achieved a staggering 160 confirmed kills, making him one of the deadliest snipers in American history. His marksmanship, prowess, and unwavering dedication were put to test in places like Ramadi, Fallujah, and Baghdad. Such was his reputation that insurgents in the region gave him the ominous moniker Shaitan ar-Ramadi, which translates to the Devil of Ramadi. Kyle's impact extended beyond the battlefield. Iraqi insurgents put a bounty on his head, starting at $20,000 and later escalating to $80,000 by the end of his military career. He was renowned for his incredible shots, with his longest recorded kill spanning an astounding 2,100 yards, accomplished with a Macmillan TAC-338 sniper rifle. Upon leaving the military, bearing the rank of Chief Petty Officer in 2009, Kyle returned home with a new mission, helping fellow veterans suffering from PTSD transition to civilian life. His dedication to this cause was unwavering. Tragically, on February 2, 2013, Chris Kyle's life was cut short. While at a shooting range in Erath County, Texas, he and his close friend, Chad Littlefield, were senselessly murdered by Eddie Ray Ruth, another military veteran. In memory of Kyle's extraordinary life and service, a solemn memorial service was held at Cowboys Stadium in Arlington, Texas. His final resting place is at the Texas State Cemetery in Austin. To this day, Chris Kyle stands as an icon of American military excellence, a true American sniper legend whose legacy continues to inspire. 6. Vasily Zaitsev, 242 kills. The name Vasily Grigorievich Zaitsev stands as a testament to the indomitable spirit of the Soviet Union during World War II. Born on March 23, 1915, in Yeleniskoye, Orenburg Governorate, this legendary Soviet sniper is credited with an astonishing 242 confirmed kills. Zaitsev's journey to becoming a sharpshooter extraordinaire began in the Ural Mountains, where he learned the art of marksmanship from his grandfather. Following his college education and a brief stint in construction, Zaitsev heeded the call of duty, enlisting in the Soviet military. He started his service with the Pacific Fleet in 1937, just a few years before the outbreak of World War II, with Operation Barbarossa. When war engulfed the world, Zaitsev voluntarily stepped forward to join the front lines. His assignment? The 1047th Rifle Regiment of the 248th Tomsk Rifle Division. Even before becoming officially a Red Army sniper, Zaitsev already boasted 32 kills using a standard-issue rifle. It was in the crucible of the Battle of Stalingrad in 1942 that Zaitsev's sniper career was forged. Renowned for his mastery of stealth and camouflage, he frequently changed positions and displayed a remarkable ability to cover vast areas from just a few strategic locations, a tactic that later became known as the Sixes. Throughout the grueling Battle of Stalingrad, Zaitsev's tally of enemy kills soared past 200. Tragedy struck when a German mortar attack left him blinded, but Zaitsev's determination knew no bounds. A month later, he miraculously regained his sight and rejoined the front lines in February 1943. He concluded his illustrious career at the Battle of Seelow Heights in Germany, holding the rank of captain. Post-war life saw Zaitsev join the Communist Party in 1943 and settle in Kyiv, Ukraine, where he worked as an engineer until the end of his days. On December 15, 1991, at the age of 76, Vasily Zaitsev passed away, honored and revered by his nation. He found his final resting place at Mamiev Hill in Volgograd, receiving full military honors befitting a hero of his stature. Zaitsev's valor during the war earned him the title of Hero of the Soviet Union. To this day, he remains a symbol of unparalleled skill and one of the deadliest snipers in modern history. Lyudmila Pavlyuchenko, 309 kills. Lyudmila Mikhailovna Pavlyuchenko's name shines brightly as a symbol of unparalleled courage during World War II. Born on July 12, 1916, in Bila Tskurva, which is in modern-day Ukraine, she later relocated with her family to Kyiv. Here she found employment as a grinder at the Kyiv Arsenal factory. Beyond her factory duties, Pavlyuchenko harbored a passion for marksmanship. She honed her sharpshooting skills at a local shooting club, where her exceptional talent as a marksman began to take root. Even as she embarked on the journey of marriage and motherhood, Pavlyuchenko's passion for shooting remained undiminished. During the 1930s, she pursued higher education at Kyiv University, ultimately earning a master's degree in history. With Operation Barbarossa plunging the Soviet Union into the chaos of war, Pavlyuchenko answered the call of duty and volunteered for military service. She found herself in the 25th Rifle Division. Despite being offered the role of a nurse, Pavlyuchenko had a different calling. She opted for sniper training, becoming one of a select group of 2,000 female snipers in the Red Army. Armed with a Mosin Nagant bolt-action rifle, Pavlyuchenko began her journey of valor. Her first 2 kills occurred near Balievka. But it was during the fierce battle for Odessa and its surrounding areas that she truly distinguished herself, accumulating an astonishing 187 kills in just 3 months of relentless combat. The horrors of war could not spare Pavlyuchenko, and she suffered severe wounds from mortar fire in June 1942. This forced her withdrawal from combat, a decision taken just as she attained the rank of lieutenant in the Red Army. Her legacy, however, lived on, with the Southern Army Council officially recognizing her for 309 confirmed kills, including 257 German soldiers and 36 enemy snipers. After the war, Pavlyuchenko pursued her education and embarked on a career as a historian. Tragically, on October 10, 1974, at the age of 58, she succumbed to a stroke. Her final resting place is at the Novodevichy Cemetery in Moscow. Even today, Lyudmila Pavlyuchenko is hailed as one of the most lethal snipers in modern history, and she holds the distinction of being the most accomplished female sniper of all time. Her accolades include multiple campaign medals, the Order of Lenin, and the esteemed title of Hero of the Soviet Union. Carlos Hathcock, 93 confirmed kills. Carlos Norman Hathcock II, an American legend, was a sharpshooting virtuoso who etched his name in history during the Vietnam War with an impressive tally of 93 confirmed kills. Born in the heart of Little Rock, Arkansas on May 20, 1942, Hathcock was introduced to the world of firearms from an early age, as hunting was an essential means of survival for his family. At a youthful 17, Hathcock answered the call to serve his country by enlisting in the United States Marine Corps, fulfilling his childhood dream of military service. His journey led him to the turbulent jungles of Vietnam in the 1960s. Initially assigned as a military policeman, Hathcock's path took a faithful turn when he joined Captain Edward James Land's sniper platoon. Captain Land, recognizing Hathcock's natural aptitude for precision shooting, especially after his triumph in the prestigious Wimbledon Cup for long-range marksmanship in 1965, saw in Hathcock the makings of an exceptional sniper. Carlos Hathcock embraced his new role with unwavering determination, and in a remarkably short span, he amassed an astonishing 93 confirmed kills. It's important to note that during that era, confirming kills was a challenging task, and modern estimates suggest Hathcock's count could reach as high as 300 to 400 enemy casualties during his tour of duty. Hathcock's unparalleled skills and fearsome reputation prompted the North Vietnamese Army to place a staggering $30,000 bounty on his head, a testament to the chaos he wrought upon the enemy's ranks. His iconic white feather tucked into his hat earned him the moniker Long Drang, or White Feather Sniper in Vietnamese folklore. Hathcock's missions read like pages from a thriller novel. He embarked on daring assignments, including a covert CIA-led operation to eliminate a high-ranking PAVN general. In a test of willpower and endurance, Hathcock crawled a harrowing 1,500 yards over 4 grueling days and nights, devoid of sleep and sustenance, to secure the perfect shot. Among his other legendary feats was the neutralization of the Apache, a brutal female Viet Cong leader responsible for the torture of countless American soldiers. Hathcock also bested a formidable adversary known as the Cobra, an elite enemy sniper sent to eliminate him. Hathcock's bullet found its mark, piercing through his foe's scope in an astonishing display of marksmanship. Tragically, Hathcock's remarkable journey took an unexpected turn when he sustained life-threatening injuries from an anti-tank mine explosion that rocked his vehicle. He was evacuated from Vietnam and never returned to the combat zone. Back on American soil, Hathcock made it his mission to impart his knowledge and skills. He played a pivotal role in establishing the Marine Corps Scout Sniper School in Virginia, dedicating himself to training future generations of sharpshooters, special forces, and police units. Despite the challenges posed by multiple sclerosis, Hathcock remained committed to his passion until his passing on February 22, 1999, in Virginia Beach, Virginia. His final resting place is at Woodlawn Memorial Gardens in Norfolk, Virginia. Francis Pagamagabo, 378 kills. Francis Pagamagabo, a Canadian war hero, made his indelible mark during World War I as a formidable sniper, boasting an astounding tally of 378 confirmed enemy kills. Born on the Shawanaga First Nation Reserve in Nobel, Ontario, on March 9, 1891, to Michael and Mary Conton Pagamagabo, he embarked on a path that would lead him to become a legendary sharpshooter. With the eruption of World War I, Pagamagabo answered the call of duty and volunteered for military service, initially assigned to the Canadian Expeditionary Force in 1914, later reassigned to the 23rd Canadian Regiment. In February 1915, he joined the 1st Canadian Infantry Battalion and swiftly found himself in the crucible of war, facing the Second Battle of Ypres in the Battle of the Somme in 1916. Born into a culture of hunting, Pagamagabo honed his sharpshooting skills from a young age. His prowess as a sniper quickly garnered a reputation for being a relentless and fearless marksman. Throughout his service, Pagamagabo proved his mettle in countless battles, staunchly defending his battalion against relentless waves of German soldiers. One of his most remarkable feats unfolded during the Battle of the Scarpe on August 30th, 1918. In a dire situation where his company faced dwindling ammunition supplies, Pagamagabo exhibited unparalleled courage. Venturing alone into the treacherous no-man's land, he retrieved critical supplies from fallen comrades, sustaining his unit through a final enemy counterattack. By the end of the war, Pagamagabo's record boasted an astounding 378 confirmed kills, accompanied by the capture of more than 300 enemy troops. His dedication and valor earned him the rank of Sergeant Major. Upon returning to Canada, Pagamagabo remained an active member of the Algonquin Regiment militia. He ventured into the realm of politics and was elected chief of the Parry Island Band. He tirelessly advocated for the rights of Native Americans across Canada, holding the esteemed position of Supreme Chief of the Native Independent Government in 1943. During World War II, Pagamagabo contributed to the war effort as a guard at a munitions plant in Nobel, Ontario. His legacy lives on, etched in history as a hero who transcended the battlefield. Francis Pagamagabo passed away in 1952 on the Parry Island Reserve at the age of 61. Fyodor Oklopkov, 429 kills. Fyodor Oklopkov, a Soviet sniper hailing from the Red Army, known for its extraordinary tally of 429 kills. Born on March 2, 1908, in the remote village of Krest-Kaldse, Russia, Oklopkov was an ethnic Yakut, originating from the far eastern reaches of the Soviet Union. Despite the scarcity of historical records surrounding his life, it is believed that Oklopkov's journey into military service began alongside his brother, who tragically fell in combat. Fueled by a burning desire to avenge his brother's death, Oklopkov took up arms, specializing as both a sniper and a machine gunner in the unforgiving Eastern Front. Assigned to solitary missions that involved surveillance and reconnaissance of enemy troop movements, Oklopkov's prowess with the sniper rifle became the stuff of legend. Credited with a staggering 429 kills through his sniper rifle alone, his overall count, when factoring in automatic weapons, was nothing short of astounding. A warrior who knew no retreat, Oklopkov's valor came at a tremendous cost. He endured no less than 12 severe wounds over the course of his military career. His 12th injury, a chest wound sustained during an assault on Vitebsk in June 23, 1944, brought his active service to an abrupt halt. He spent the remainder of the war convalescing in a hospital before receiving an honorable discharge several months later. Despite his remarkable achievements, Oklopkov faced the unfortunate discrimination of being denied the title of Hero of the Soviet Union because of his Ethiopian heritage. However, history would eventually correct this injustice. On June 5, 1965, the Soviet Union bestowed upon him the honorary title he had always deserved. Nearly a decade later, he was posthumously honored with the Order of Lenin. Simo Häyhä, 505 kills. One name stands tall, Simo Simuna Häyhä, a Finnish sniper renowned for his incredible feat during the Winter War of 1939-1940. Credited with an astounding 505 confirmed kills against Red Army soldiers, his story is one of unmatched skill and determination. Born in the peaceful town of Rautjärvi, Viipuri Province, Finland, on December 17, 1905, Simo Häyhä hailed from a farming family. At the age of 21, he answered the call of duty, joining the Finnish Voluntary Militia, also known as the White Guard. His early experiences hunting alongside his father honed his sharpshooting abilities, leading him to participate in numerous shooting competitions across Viipuri Province, where he earned a trove of trophies. When war erupted between Finland and the Soviet Union in 1939, Häyhä took up his role as a sniper in the Finnish 6th Company of JR-34 during the fierce Battle of Kola. Battling in bone-chilling temperatures plummeting to -40 degrees Fahrenheit, Häyhä donned a camouflage of pure white, blending seamlessly with the snow and ice. In less than 100 days of relentless combat, he achieved the extraordinary 505 confirmed kills. Such a remarkable feat earned him a moniker that struck terror into the hearts of both friend and foe alike, the White Death. Häyhä's weapon of choice was the Sako M2830 with iron sights, and his tactics were nothing short of ingenious. He would bury himself in heavy snow to provide cover, balancing his rifle with impeccable precision. To conceal his breath, he placed tiny bits of snow on his tongue, ensuring that his position remained a secret to the enemy. But even legends can be touched by mortality. On March 6, 1940, Häyhä sustained a severe wound to his left jaw from an armor-piercing bullet fired by a Red Army soldier. For several days, he lay unconscious, only to awaken on March 13, 1940, the very day peace was declared between the warring nations, with nearly half of his face missing due to the gunshot. Following the war, Häyhä's valor was acknowledged with a promotion to second lieutenant before he retired from the military. His post-war days saw him donning a new mantle, that of a moose hunter and dog breeder. In 2002, at the age of 96, Simo Häyhä passed away in a veterans nursing home located in Hamina, Finland. He found his final resting place in Ruokolahti, Finland. For his extraordinary service, Häyhä received a litany of honors, including the Cross of Liberty, 3rd Class and 4th Class, the Medal of Liberty, First Class and Second Class, and Across of the Kola Battle. To this day, the name Simoheha reverberates through history as the deadliest sniper the world has ever known.